I'm Liz Wood, owner and broker of Liz Wood Realty, and I'm here to talk to you about buying a house in New Orleans versus renting. Now, renting has been a fabulous tool in many people's lives, including my own. It has allowed me to move city to city, to move neighborhood to neighborhood, and try out new things. But when I realized that 100% interest rate in rent was not going to benefit me in any way any longer, after I decided to park it in New Orleans for a permanent amount of time, I decided that home ownership was something that I needed to discover. Renting gives, like I said, the ability to hop around a little bit. It also gives you the ability to gauge your budget. And that's helpful for when you go to buy a house, because how do you know what you're comfortable spending if you haven't already kind of gone down that road? So here are a few things about home ownership that you may or may not know. You don't have to put 20% down. I've done many loans with people who have put down 3%, 3.5%. In some cases, they've put down 0% if it's something like a physician loan, but that's very rare, and you do have to expect to come to the table with something. There have also been people who want to do 20%, and that's great, but I just wanted to say that there is no need to put the pressure on yourself to build up a 20% down payment, because home ownership is within much nearer sights than that. You also have to know that you do have to have a certain income to buy a certain amount of house. So no longer are the days, thank goodness, that making $10 an hour is going to buy you $1 million house. You wouldn't want that anyway. You can't afford the note. So the lenders that I work with do a great job of giving the feedback of, if you want to spend, let's say, $1,500 a month on mortgage, taxes, insurance, this is the price of the house that needs to happen. And in many cases, a lot of people will opt for multifamily homes because they get to live on one side and have someone paying their mortgage on the other side, or if it's a top bottom, you might get a triplex, a fourplex. There are so many different ways of becoming a homeowner that might not even be in your toolbox of knowledge. But that is why engaging a realtor could help you in the discovery of homeownership versus renting still. Another thing is that you don't have to max out your budget to buy a house. You don't have to become house poor. There are ways that the lender and realtor and homeowner, future homeowner, can shake out what's comfortable and what's going to be realistic in your everyday life. There's nothing worse than buying a house at the max of your budget where you can't go out to eat. You can't go do fun things. So these are things that I help with. I love helping people go from renting to home ownership. It's such a gratifying feeling. I know when I did it, it was weird and very liberating. So when you're ready, please engage me. I would love to help you make that transition from being a renter to a homeowner.